Microphone check. All right, so today, this one's gonna be a little bit shorter, but I'm just gonna get right into it. So we're looking at two albums today. This first one, however, this is gonna be jazz. This is, as you can tell by the picture, that's a picture of Fredro Star from ONYX. You might recognize him either from ONYX or from the show Moesha. He played a smaller character on that, but don't get it twisted. This is one of the legendary hip hop artists from the East Coast who has a history of cutting records with Jam Master Jay. He was one of the artists that Jam Master Jay was working at. R.I.P. Jam Master Jay from Run DMC. I didn't realize this until I saw the Run DMC documentary years back, but Fredro Star and Sticky were working with Jam Master Jay, so they're legendary hip hop artists. Slam, dun dun. That's an ONYX hit. Like a lot of people know that, so you might know Fredro from that. But anyways, him and Sticky, they've been going steady doing the ONYX records. And the last time I heard him was on the ONYX record Wake the Fuck Up. I forgot exactly what year. I could pull it up right now. I'm not going to, but that album's hard. I've been listening to that. So that was the last project I remember. And then I think I remember him dropping a solo. But in 2022 he dropped this, which is called Jazz. And I remember I saw the album cover. I thought it was really interesting, very different. But at the same time, I didn't realize that Fredro was a producer. I've always known him as a rapper, so I feel stupid finding out later that he's a producer. So this album is called Jazz, and I like it a lot. It's 10 songs. It's just straight to the point. Another thing I like is that I don't know any of these appearances that he has on the album, but all of them are grimy New York dudes, which is exactly what I expect whenever I turn Fredro's music on. Like if I don't see Sticky Fingers listed, like whoever I see, like I'm hoping that they're no names that are fire as fuck, and that's exactly what we get with here. Um, these beats are all produced by Fredro, and I really like some of these. I had no idea he's making beats, but these beats that he be making are fire. Like his style is dope. Like it reminds me of Griselda a little bit. Like it's not that he's like trying to sound like Griselda. It's just his style works with that kind of branch of music. Like this is a producer I would seek out if I was out there. I'm just gonna play y'all a short little piece of one of the songs off this album.
Flow, your shit is low depth. We copping in the polo store, so ain't no left. I can flash your ass quick fast with the no left. Or prick you with the needle in the club, give you the slow death. Future icon, on my level, y'all are not on. Took aim from long range, I was spot on. Hit him with a right hook, I was not wrong. Violating, that's the way it is, my favorite pop song. Side with these puffin', you reg smoke. Clap a nigga down, turn his brains into egg yo. You white.
Yeah, see, that's like an example right there. Like I like that beat. It's nice and smooth, and you can kind of tell it's a jazz sample, but at the same time you can't because of the way he flipped it. So I'm just gonna be straight up. This album, this dropped in 2022. I give this 5 stars, and the reason for that is because jazz is one of the elements that started hip hop. And I believe that that's what Fredro's trying to get at. I believe that these projects that he's been doing as of late are basically odes to the ingredients that's used to make memorable hip hop. And that's how I feel about this album. This album is going to be memorable. I'm always going to look at this picture. The first time I saw this picture when I found out about this album, I remember seeing this shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And at the same time, I didn't even realize this was Fredro Star, because with all the art on it, I thought this was Sticky Fingers for a sec. But man, like this is an art piece right here. Like this is a memorable art piece. Like this whole, like the whole graffiti of the word jazz written on his head. Like I didn't realize that till later, and I was like, oh, okay, like this is really an ode to the elements that started it. And I really, really, really gotta salute this. I give this a 5 star straight up. Like I could play other songs from this, but that's I'm gonna leave that up to y'all to do that. So this is an album that dropped in 2022. 10 songs, 21 minutes, 24 seconds. This 21 minutes and 24 seconds is fucking fire. Just straight up fucking fire. So that's not the only album we're looking at. I wanted to touch on that one real quick because this year, at the beginning of January 10th to be exact, so about 16 days ago, he dropped his album Soul. So Soul is when I really realized that these are odes to the ingredients that made hip hop. And as you can see, it's the same album cover, but it's switched up. It's switched up a little bit, and I think that shit is so fucking dope. Like, that shit is so dope. Like, people don't understand. People are gonna sleep on this. People are gonna sleep on this, and then they're gonna wait. They're gonna wait and wait and wait, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, man, this Fredro Star album that came out in 2025, this shit was fire, man. I wish more artists would talk about it." And then they see my video and they're like, "Oh shit, Zay was on this." So same exact formula. We have 10 tracks, and a lot of them feature artists I haven't really heard. I think some of them were artists that were on the previous one that I just showed, but a lot of these artists I don't really know of, but all of them can spit. And on top of that, all these songs are fucking dope. Like, they really do honor the creation of like just hip hop in general. Like, when hip hop started, like, this is supposed to be an ode to that, and I'm really grateful for it. And I'm also trying to figure out how to make this shit right here smaller. There we go. That's how I remember it being. But yeah, like I was saying though, this is basically like a really formulated album. It's short, just like the other one. It's supposed to be, but the difference is that these are soul samples, and same way they're done in a dope ass way that really honors the creation of hip hop. I'm gonna throw on Hustlers. Let's play a little piece of that.
Hey yo, Bass, man. It was shrill I had, word life. I remember when back in the days was getting letters and packages back in that cage. Became a gentleman from being a veteran, swiping blades. Look now we're elegant, a good fellow with accolades. Getting lost in my elements, I'm convinced I'm meant for the stage. With my soul and intelligence, it was destined to be displayed. And my flow was evident, I represent where it was made. In the South Bronx on Park Ave, as a kid we played. I ain't gonna say I seen it all, but the future that I saw is beyond what my arms could reach. So save the applause. When I'm gone, let my song speak, embrace with many flaws. When I think of trust, I'm thinking 20 years plus and more. From the corner store to out of town trips with the raw. Now I'm taking flights, selling merchandise, went on tour. A nigga been nice, I murder mics on every board. And every beat gets the shuffle when I speak up on my hustle. Hey yo,
Fire. That's just one track off of this, but this right here, this is what hip hop is about. And on top of that, like I said, this is really a project from the East Coast, directly from the fucking Mecca of hip hop. So tonight, when y'all niggas get on your Spotify, your iTunes or whatever, give this a look right here, because hip hop is dying in front of our fucking faces. As you can see, we got hip hop media channels, basically just hip hop media channels on the East Coast aren't even covering real hip hop. A lot of those motherfuckers are in fucking chat rooms talking to some 15-year-olds, and we all know exactly what I'm talking about. So a lot of the coverage that really should be getting put on this stuff ain't really there anymore, because it's up to us to take this shit over, I guess. Because it's like, you look at MTV, a corporation who used to not support hip hop back when Will Smith had to point out that they weren't really nominating hip hop artists. Over the years, like, we've seen hip hop get slighted in every conversation. Even Beyonce can sing, can rap, can do country, but once she got to country, as you can tell and have noticed, they not trying to have none of that shit. And it's also kind of a foreshadowing to the mentality of our entire country, to be honest. But I mean, we all know where music really came from. But like I said, whenever people hop on their Spotify or their iTunes, definitely give this a listen. This right here is fire. This soul album is fire. This just dropped. And then right after that, go find this jazz album. I'm really, really curious to know what's next from Fredro Star. But these productions that he be on, this is fire. This is fire. I'm with this 100%. All right, peace out, y'all.